Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mokanaman at YouTube vlog. From establishing the channel in 2009, I have just reached the milestone of 10,000 subscribers. Subscription metrics is still not very important, but does gauge general outreach. At the time of starting in the early years, only a handful of channels at the very top of this niche achieved this. Something I never thought would happen, and would like to share a glimpse of what I do on a typical Friday, opening the shop and working in the workshop for my business and YouTube channel. I work a day job Sunday to Thursday, Friday being quick maintenance, hobby shop, socialising with friends. Being night shifts, it's a late morning to midday wake up, immediately checking social media for any messages, customers coming and orders for 3D printing or inquiries, as well as platform metrics, analytics and emails. I have an inquiry and 3D print order. I check on and attend to the chickens with a nice catch of eggs, followed by start a day self-grooming. Gearing up, I prepare to head out and do my weekly shop and any other errands such as paying bills or delivering mail. I live fairly frugally, in a fun way, opting to purchase a Honda delivery scooter, which is cheaper to run than public transport and can haul a lot of cargo. Got my riding license and bought it last year to cut costs over owning a car. I'm looking to finish my mortgage off very early. I have a full shopping centre just down the road, less than a 5-minute ride. It's even accessible walking distance. My place of day job is approximately an hour heading towards the CBD from here. However, I do not travel far on these days and focus to open my store very shortly. I get meals provided at work, so I don't need to cook a lot, but I do like to keeping it simple with rice, noodle, soup dishes. The rest of the necessities are rushed, such as laundry, general tidying and dishes that may have been neglected near the end of the week, with a quiet moment to throw down a fibre-rich drink and some vitamins. With a low-stress day, I also don't eat a bunch. For snackish brunch, side of pickles and fermented bits, followed with a couple of episodes of anime. Throwing a Facebook post up that I'm open. At 2 o'clock sharp, I throw open the garage doors and put out the sign ready for business and trade. Weather pending, sometimes the main garage door is closed and I've had to communicate online and add extra signage just so people know that I'm open and not just a private residence. Business teething issues I'm still working through. First task is either sweeping and cleaning the benches or slicing and preparing client 3D prints. I still have the old Ender 5 filament printer out back and an Anycubic Mono X 6K resin printer at the front that gets about 70-80% of the orders. Pricing generally goes at $10 to hire the printer for the job, and I charge the material by 2 cents a gram for resin or 1 cent a gram for plastic. This covers consumables, and the substantial upmark on material covers for my time and experience. Still, it's far cheaper than an equivalent like Shapewaves and others on the internet offering similar services. The goal is to take time and make it available to the general hobby community and my friends, also paying for these machines for my private use and compensating. The files are either brought to me or I charge a finding fee. Sometimes I CAD and design the files myself. I may do multiples to put on a rack to sell for people that want to do a quick paint job. This cool nautical bell was a gift from my mum on her birthday, celebrating the establishment of the store. Some of my friend models and stuff that I designed myself to sell as garage kits. Moving on, as we reach around 3:30, the school right across from me starts to come out and I get some parents patiently waiting to go through and a little bit of a drive and buzz in customers. I don't let the kids in, mostly because it's a bit sketchy and dodgy. They like to touch and handle things, and worst of all, they have no money and can't afford anything. However, engaging with the community and being visual this way spreads word of mouth that I'm this cool garage business, and they let their creative or collecting nerdy friends know, and they generally come. There is a lot of military modelling, gamers, anime fans and wargamers in this community, which surprises me. Before COVID, I've been trading and selling things online, buying stuff in bulk for the clubs and events I've been involved with, and over the years this has built up to quite an investment nest egg of a lot of stock. One of those Facebook inquiry customers came by and purchased a few aircraft kits. It's also been a passion and drive to have a business and build up of something like this, so I've just enjoyed the whole time of starting with a very small amount of secondhand kits and growing to this size. The sources of my products come from all sorts: customers trading or selling what they don't want, getting things in bulk online, failed businesses or businesses dumping dead stock, and purchasing very cheap items overseas that are in demand to resell here. I don't engage in scalping as it's a very high risk, low reward, and if no one buys it, I'm stuck with something I paid beyond retail that I'm asking for even more money. It's not even a moral thing, it's just bad business. After that initial drive, I may get one or two people coming in specially that's discovered me online, or regular customers that come to see what I've got new. Buying secondhand, I'm also very overstocked. Once anything moves, it's immediately restocked. With overflow kits that are in the back media room, it is visually cool to look at, and permanently stored stuff in the far back of the property with my private stash. Hours later, another customer comes with a large stack of built gunpla kits he no longer wants, and negotiated them at a scrap value. A consumed model kit has almost zero value and is barely, if not ever, touched by contemporary and typical businesses in Australia and the West. There is definitely interest for these kits in parts, customizing, or a much cheaper, thriftier way to get in the hobby without spending excessive prices at retail. I'll be selling them very cheap, so they take up excessive space in these boxes. I'm sorting them in Ziploc bags to sell them in junk box for people to dig through. I spent $100 on this massive catch, which is exactly what I earned with the aircraft kits just sold. At 100% markup for my time, expertise, and risk associated in buying something that would have otherwise been considered trash. These are extremely popular. Sometimes I have no customers and spend the entire time building. Otherwise, I build where I have any pockets of time, and sometimes I'm so busy there's no time to model. This was a busier day and didn't get anything done till the evening. At the moment on the bench, I'm in the mood for garage kits, especially 3D printed ones. Producing Ina from HoloLive, a VTuber. A Meriotic medieval men-at-arms soldier by Iron Lily, Bandai high-grade bound dock, YouTube short on the Cacao Demon from Doom is a one-day build. Lastly, this backlog of airbrushes to review and test. Media and editing is done during the week. Come night time, 9 PM, the club activities start. I advertise people allowed to come, build, socialise, learn and hang out. Most of the time it's the same regular group with a few extras showing up to actually build. Half the time they're just happy to talk, draw, do other activities or show what they've been up to or bought during the week. This time we're playing with Pokemon cards apparently. We also share and look out for each other. I open my house up and cook meals, group buying ingredients or fast food. On rare occasions, having a bit of a party and barbecue. Today is a special one. One of the regulars was insistent in having Filipino spaghetti, a very rich, sugary, sweet sauce with chopped up hot dogs in it. However, a lot of the guys aren't regulars at cooking and way overdid it in the ingredients and serving proportions. We had spaghetti for days and just gorged ourselves as a treat this time. Sometimes I just choose to fast on that Friday. This meal was very nice and well received. Ideally, I like the guys to mostly be doing plamo, but cosplay and self-expression has gotten very popular. This is an extremely obscure form of costume play called kigurumi, where they wear a hard shell mask. This is an influencer known as Tohru, who also has a Natasha race car and does track meets and interacts in the local car community. At opening at 2 PM, ideally shop activities should conclude at 10 PM. I chose this operation time besides working with my night shift life. It allows people who work 9 to 5 jobs able to commute from work or wherever to the shop, browse with plenty of time without rushing at 5 or 6 o'clock, and be a nice late night Friday social outlet. The guys can be a bit rowdy and last well past midnight, on very rare occasions in the early hours of the morning. We'll bring it back to the YouTube channel. I definitely thank everybody for their recent subscription or just regular curiosity and checking into long-time subscribers and who has been with me from the very start. Content creating can be very stressful but rewarding at the same time. It has become a regular part of my life over 15 years, and I'm just used to the weekly grind of documenting each build and interacting in the hobby, thinking about future content, editing it together in between work during the week, and publishing on a weekly schedule for almost that entire length of time. Being a big professional full-time YouTuber is well out of my grasp, but being an iconic and important aspect of my life, I felt I had to treat myself in this purchased knockoff play button celebrating this occasion. You can laugh, but I really appreciate this, and funnily enough, my friends find it pretty cool. This will be displayed in my store from now on. These play buttons can be found on eBay and AliExpress. There has definitely been struggles, and I felt that there was many opportunities where the channel could have ended, from personal struggles all the way to changing of the platform and hobby landscape. I've been cancelled and pushed off the platform multiple times, but not one to indulge in drama have weathered and continued it. We're well past our prime and don't grow or get recommended as much due to changing trends, algorithms and other things, but I still find it rewarding enough to continue and make the sort of content that I choose and would like to consume myself if I watched more hobby content. The whole journey started. You can watch my video on the history of the Mokanaman in interacting with forums, which are a long dead type of site and message board, in answering very basic and beginner hobby questions in a video form instead of typing the same wall of text over and over again, and sharing my unique way of building. Later I joined hobby shows and anime conventions and made friends and made a space in workshops where people can get together and build. Moved away from that and now very comfortable and happy in a space I can call my own, where people can come and celebrate and participate in the hobby and try to make a bit of a business and lifestyle out of it, hopefully releasing my own merchandise such as garage kits and injection molded models. I thank everyone for their support and indulging me in this video. Thank you very much for watching. We're definitely going to go back to regular content after this. I honestly enjoy and miss this type of video documenting events and day-to-day stuff, though they do tend to be dead and no longer watched once uploaded. Don't forget to check the description section down below for links and references, social media, and we'll catch you guys next time. See you later.